everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. I also want to thank everybody for being patient. I know I said I was gonna post a video a while ago, and then I kind of realized that we were gonna be out of our house for a week because our carpet was getting installed. But I'm back now, we're back home, and everything is all taken care of, so I'm kind of starting up again and getting some videos filmed for everybody. So today I'm going to be talking about my pregnancy. So I decided that I want to split up my pregnancy and labor and delivery video into two, just so it's not super long, so people don't think it's dragging on forever. So anyways, I'm gonna be telling my pregnancy video or my pregnancy story today. But I also did want to say before we even started, I wanted to give a little bit of a weight loss update, since that is something that I said I would start doing before my videos. So today is March 18th. I have currently, as of today, have lost 34 pounds, and Hector, I believe, he's down 43 pounds. So just wanted to give you guys a weight loss update. We're still going strong, so I just wanted to say that before I even get started. I will say if pregnancy and or labor and delivery or any sort of thing that has to do with any of that makes you uncomfortable, I wouldn't watch this video or my next video that I'm going to do, because I will be talking about pregnancy and labor and delivery. So you have been warned. If you don't want to watch that, then I would skip through these videos. Something for me that is really important is when Hector and I decide we want to have another baby, I want to make sure that my body is completely and fully ready to carry a child. My last pregnancy with Ayla was not necessarily very comfortable. I wish that I would have been in better shape and more healthy to carry a child. But unfortunately, you know, things happen, and that's just not the way it happened. But we're super happy that we have her. So I have absolutely no regrets about any of that. It's just in the future, my next pregnancy, I want my body to be where I think it needs to be to carry a baby. So I kind of wanted to say that before I tell my story, just because I want you guys to know that's a big reason why I'm telling this story, just to get out there what I went through and kind of what I want to change for my future pregnancies. So about a month and a half-ish before Hector and I found out I was pregnant with Ayla, I did go see an OBGYN just to get on birth control, because I hadn't been on birth control in the past few months because I had gotten a depot shot previously and I didn't want to get that anymore. I also had never had a PAP before at that point, so I kind of made my appointment to do that and to get on a form of birth control. At the time, I was working down in Everett most days, so I actually went to see a doctor down in the Everett area, and the doctor ended up telling me that he thought that my depot shot was going to be in my system for at least another year. It's just something we talked about, and he was telling me that depot shots usually stay in your system for a while, and I just was kind of tired of being on birth control. So I just was like, if you're telling me that my depot shot is still going to be in my system for a while, I don't want to necessarily be on birth control, just because I hated the depot shot. I hated taking the pill. I didn't want an IUD at the time because I knew Hector and I wanted to have kids sometime down the road, and I just didn't feel like I wanted an IUD in. So I decided to not get birth control that day. The doctor definitely did tell me, obviously, if you want to prevent pregnancy, that is something you should do, is get on birth control. He wasn't telling me that the depot shot was still in my system for sure. It's just something that he said, and I just was like, well, I'd rather not get on birth control today. So I didn't, and a month and a half later, we found out we were pregnant with Ayla. When I did go to the doctor, though, he did tell me that, you know, I could take that time to try to get healthy and get my body in shape to carry a baby. And so I was like, I definitely want to be in better physical shape before I carry a baby. So that was kind of my goal, but then of course me not getting on birth control didn't really prevent me from getting pregnant anytime soon. So we found out we were pregnant with Ayla. We were super excited. I was super happy. We had been married for a couple months when we found out, and we were just thrilled because we both wanted to be parents. So it was super exciting. It just was, I was definitely not in the body shape that I wanted to be to carry a child, but I knew that obviously things happen for a reason, and we were super excited that we were gonna have a baby. So when I met my OB that was going to deliver Ayla, one of his concerns was definitely my size, but we talked about it, and he just wanted to regulate my weight gain. The first few months I did great. I didn't really gain any weight. I had a lot of room for Ayla to grow, so there was no reason for me to be eating for two or anything like that. I wasn't gaining any weight. I was doing really good. No real big complications other than that. Right at the beginning of my second trimester, I woke up with bleeding, and you know, at first Hector, it was scary. We thought, Hector and I thought I was having a miscarriage. It was the middle of the night, so we went to the emergency room. We called the on-call doctor, and the doctor told us to go to the emergency room, but the doctor didn't think I was having a miscarriage because I didn't have any pain or any cramping, just bleeding. In the middle of the night I woke up bleeding. So I went to the emergency room, and obviously everything was fine. She was there, and she was totally healthy, but they thought that maybe something had happened with my cervix, or my cervix, something rubbed up on my cervix. They really couldn't tell me what exactly had happened, but that was really the only big complication in my whole pregnancy. So I really wasn't gaining weight at a rapid rate, anything like that. They were super happy with my progress. And then about the 5th or 6th month hit, and I started just gaining weight like crazy. It wasn't what I wanted at all. My doctor and I were pretty, you know, disappointed with how much weight I was gaining. Me more than him. He was understanding, obviously, but I just felt like I really was watching it more. But I just think my body all of a sudden just decided, you're pregnant and you're gonna gain a bunch of weight. I really don't know. So I started getting super uncomfortable at that point. They were worried about gestational diabetes just because my family history, we have diabetes anyways. But I didn't end up having like gestational diabetes, anything like that. I think once maybe they thought my amniotic fluid was low, but that ended up being fine. So everything was great other than my weight gain. And unfortunately, the local hospital here won't deliver women over a certain BMI. So that was like a big thing that I was worried about for gaining weight, was that I couldn't deliver here at the local hospital and deliver with my OB that I was seeing every time I went to one of my appointments. So that was a big worry for me, is not being able to deliver Ayla locally. So when I was about 36 weeks pregnant, my doctor decided that it was time for me to be seen by another hospital, just because he kind of knew, we both kind of saw my weight gain and where it was going, that it probably wasn't going to work out that I deliver at the local hospital. So he made me an appointment to meet with the University of Washington Medical Center. And he told me, this will give you a chance, you know, to get to know the people that are going to be delivering your baby, and you'll feel comfortable. You'll know like the best route to get there, everything. He was just like, I want you to go see them first. This is kind of the end of the road for me and you, unfortunately, which made me really sad because I really loved my doctor. But he was like, you'll be fine. It was perfect. He made me feel very comfortable, and I was super happy that I would be able to, you know, go see the doctor that was going to be delivering my baby ahead of time. So he made me that appointment for the following Tuesday, which was actually my birthday. And so, I don't know, just things that stick out in your mind. It was going to be my birthday. It was the first day I was going to meet who was delivering my baby. So I was super excited. I'd kind of hit the point of, I wasn't so much sad anymore, but I was just ready. So May 26th came around. It was my last day of work. I decided to have my last day of work be a few weeks before my due date, just to kind of, you know, have me time and get the house ready before the baby came. So super excited. It was my last day of work. I'd been looking forward to it forever because I was definitely getting extremely uncomfortable. Because as I said before, I didn't have a lot of complications because of my size or my weight, but I was just very uncomfortable because of my weight. I really just couldn't stand sitting at my desk all day long anymore. I was going to the bathroom constantly because my whole pregnancy, Ayla was sitting so low. She was literally on top of my bladder. So it was just to the point where I just wanted to be home and relax. So I was super thrilled that it was finally my last day and I would have some time to myself. So I went home that night, and Hector had already had plans to go out with his friends that night. They were going to go to dinner, and then they were going to go fishing, I think, on the river. But all I knew really was that they were going to be about 45 minutes away. I knew he wasn't super close to home, but it was fine because I was just going to be home that night. I went and grabbed myself dinner, didn't feel like cooking that night. It was a really beautiful hot day, but it was hot in my house, so I just went and got myself dinner, came home, did some laundry, and I sat down to watch a movie, and my water broke. So that's where I'm going to end this video, because I'm going to do my next video on the whole labor process and up to Ayla's delivery. So thank you so much for watching my pregnancy video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please watch for my next video to be posted about my labor and delivery.